Ah, yes. Those DVDs and Blu-rays. I used to collect them all and enjoying my favorite movie and TV show. Yes, I used to have them all since the 2000s. And I remember back in 2011 where I first started Agent Mike's movie TV show Revewer. And on episode 14 that I reviewed Max Keeble's Big Move, I made some mistake. But now it is the revised version in this episode that I will correct it. Today, I watch movies and my favorite TV shows through digital streaming services like Netflix, Amazon, Fandango at Home, and Apple TV. This way, I do not want to miss a thing, and I love enjoying digital. How y'all doing today? Well, welcome to another episode here at Agent Mike's movie TV show Revewer. Oh boy, those middle school memories takes me back to the good old days. Indeed. Yes, indeed. Those Disney movies, they does have some middle school references to it too. Especially the Disney Channel original ones. Now, for those of you who know that back in October 2001, Disney released another middle school film called Max Keeble's Big Move. Oh yeah! Do you remember me reviewing Max Keeble's Big Move back in 2011 in season 1 of Agent Mike's? Well, for those of you who know, I just gotten a request from a YouTuber who left a comment on one of my videos. And of course, I will be happy to talk about it again. And this time, I will correct the mistakes that the previous episode that I forgot to do. So, in this movie, Max Keeble's Big Move. In this movie, Max Keeble, who's a paper boy, loves to deliver the papers, running away from the evil ice cream man. He is also a middle school student with his best friends, Robe and Megan. And he has to stay away from the bullies named Troy and Dobbs, and the principal, Elliot Gindrake. So without further ado, let's review this movie once again in Max Keeble's Big Move. Take it away.
In a world where the messengers of truth, the couriers of justice, bravely go forth to complete their appointed routes.
Your mission, complete paper route in 30 minutes.
One lone hero stands out among the rest. one fearless rider has the fortitude to deliver the good.
Max Keeble, the paper boy, who delivers the newspapers in his newspaper route, defending against his nemesis, the Ice Cream Man. As he delivers the paper, the Ice Cream Man chases him down, as Max Keeble does kung fu on the Ice Cream Man. And wow, he is really talented, as he is able to send that evil Ice Cream Man away. That's a good one. Well, I am revising this review that I am, once again, reviewing this movie like what I did back in the previous season as mentioned. After the usual paper route, Max met his crush named Jenna, who looks like he wants to be with her. Then Max Keeble woke up, and it turns out that it was a dream. He tries to dress up on his first day of middle school. Max's parents, Donald and Lily, wished him the very best on his first day of junior high or middle school. Max's friends, Robe and Megan, were happy to see him, as they are ready to go to Curtis Junior High together to survive on the first day of school. Of course, the principal of Curtis Junior High is none other than Elliot Jindrake, Max's nemesis. And his bully, Troy McGinty, is about to take on Max Keeble. Oh, Troy shows names on his t-shirt. Who's going to bully someone? Things are going great on the first day of school, when Max and his friends settled in their classes, learning new things every day, till all of a sudden, Principal Jindrake came on television and announced that everyone must attend the first day of school meeting at the auditorium. At science class, they learn about pheromones. As Max met with Jenna on the first day of school during lunch, he was happy to see her, and Jenna was so delighted until Troy McGinty came and confronted Max Keeble. As you know, Troy McGinty is a bully, as he hates McGoogles, the Highland Frog, and everyone taunts Troy McGinty. McGoogles the Frog! I have seen this before. Here's a little ditty of McGoogles the Frog.
McGoogles is me name, I like a swampy bog. It's time to play a game with your favorite Highland Frog.
That's right. He's the favorite Highland Frog. Which was pretty awesome. Even Troy is afraid of it, and those little kids taunt him, calling him Scaredy Cat. As Troy McGinty doused Max Keeble with mud and wood chips, as Max Keeble arrived at the auditorium late, everyone notices him with awe and shock as Principal Jindrake said to him,
I've got my eye on you, Max Keeble. You're on my list.
Afterwards, Max Keeble rinses off the dirt and wood chips from the water sprinklers thanks to the school's janitor. Another one of Max Keeble's bullies is Dobbs, the guy who is rich and spent his money, and now he wants the money back. Thanks to the new handheld, and he's able to confront with Max Keeble and his friends that he needed money for something. I like how Principal Jindrake said,
Keeble!
Max and his friends made it to music class as they learned something, and after school, Max Keeble heads to the local animal shelter to see how things are going there. Oh, animal shelter! Max Keeble's favorite place. But someone is going to take over the animal shelter. At the animal shelter, Max Keeble learned that the animal shelter is closing, and it's all because of some creep that bought it to make way. As Max Keeble heads home,
We're moving?
indeed, Max's parents, Donald and Lily, announced that they'll be moving to Chicago. What? Max and his parents are moving away to Chicago? I don't believe it. Max realizes that he can do whatever he wants to his tormentors, facing no consequences because he will be gone by then as he's about to make his big move with his friends Robe and Megan. As he dodges the evil ice cream man on his newspaper route, the ice cream man got a ticket. In the next school day, Max, Robe, and Megan discusses a plan to hang the animal shelter poster to save the animal shelter next door until Principal Jindrake stops Max Keeble from hanging the Save the Shelter posters because he bought the animal shelter to turn into a stadium. As Robe meets with Troy locks Robe in a glass case and Max Keeble frees him, and Robe retches, and Max got dumped by Dobbs on a swirly in the stall on a toilet until he arrives at social studies class tardy, and the teacher asks him to write an essay on the subject. Other cool things about Max Keeble? The cool thing about this movie is Max sets up a variety of pranks, which include traumatizing Troy by playing the main theme song of McGoogle's The Highlander Frog, which frightened him as a child, as mentioned, and trapping him with the gym with someone wearing the McGoogle's costume, and plans to change Principal Jindrake's mind, and as well as discussing plans to make his big move a successful one. Oh, I love this tune, I'm free, as previously mentioned on Season 1. As Max and Robe is about to remove the metal coil off of the evil ice cream man's truck, Megan steals Dobbs' handheld from the briefcase. And take a listen to the Highland Frog that scares Troy McGinty.
McDougal is me name. I like a swampy bog. It's time to play a game with ya. McDougal is me name. I like a swampy bog.
Max Keeble sneaks into science class to steal the formula for pheromones for animals. And, of course, things are going great that Dobbs noticed that the handheld of his is missing. And that little girl didn't like the ice cream that was melting. Things are going great for Max, Robe, and Megan as they're about to make their next move. Sneaking into the principal's office at Curtis Junior High at night, and they put in a pheromones formula, and Jindrake fiddles the school budget to build a stadium. Looks like Max and his friends found out that Principal Jindrake is going to demolish the animal shelter to make way for a new stadium. The next day, Max Keeble decided to take down Troy McGinty by surprise, as the students are in awe and shock. McGoogles was sent by Max Keeble to take on Troy McGinty, as Troy McGinty is afraid of McGoogles, as mentioned. While Principal Jindrake waits on Superintendent Nebworth, he uses a breath spray to spray for the animals from the animal shelter to get attention. He met with Superintendent Nebworth and decides to show around Curtis Junior High, whom he wants to impress the superintendent of Nebworth Stadium, although the superintendent Nebworth displeases of it and had decided that things will be inspecting upon. As the students look upon Troy McGinty, afraid and shocked, he was sent to the psychologist's office, as Principal Jindrake was attracted by a squirrel thanks to the pheromones from his breath spray. Meanwhile, as Max Keeble prepares for a big surprise, and Robe decides to deliver the message using Dobbs' handheld. And at the school cafeteria, Max Keeble commences a food fight, which all students partake in. The song Aim for Me is by Sugar Ray. Oh, food fight! Better not do this in real life. As students are food fighting each other, Principal Jindrake and Superintendent Nebworth steps in to halt the food fight and discover who did it at first, but to no response, as Superintendent Nebworth knew that the animal shelter has to be saved and kept. As Troy McGinty reaches in a psychologist's office, he was scared at McGoogles as the psychologist showed him. And then Dobbs got the message that if he wants a handheld back, he has to bring the metal coil. At a junkyard, Dobbs and the evil ice cream man battle each other, and Dobbs destroyed the coil for the ice cream truck, and the evil ice cream man destroyed Dobbs' handheld. Little did we know that Max Keeble grabs the ice cream truck and dumps the ice cream soup on Dobbs and the evil ice cream man. That'll teach him a lesson. As Max Keeble heads home, he met with Jenna, and Jenna invites Max Keeble to the milkshake dance party at the diner, as Max Keeble loved milkshakes and they all cheered him on. Meanwhile, as Robe and Megan wait for Max Keeble to have a go-away party, they knew that Max didn't show up, and Megan got frustrated as Max Keeble danced with Jenna at the diner for a dance party after he drank a lot of milkshakes. And Robe and Megan look in disbelief. Oh, looks like Max is partying with Jenna, dancing to the beat. It's totally awesome. Meanwhile, back at home, Max calls Megan's mother to apologize to his friend Megan. And Max's parents knew that they are not moving to Chicago after all, which leaves Max Keeble in shock. Wow! Looks like Max and his parents are not moving away after all. As Max Keeble freaks out at this news and learns that other students at his school are suffering because of his actions, Max Keeble decides to make his one last big move to end this once and for all. Principal Jindrake announced that Max Keeble is the one who's behind all this, and, of course, Max met the janitor and decided to borrow some of his tools for something important, as Max Keeble went into Principal Jindrake's office and discussed his plan and explains everything to the student body of Curtis Junior High, including Robe and Megan. Then he confronts with Principal Jindrake and discuss the plan as the camera in the office turns on and Principal Jindrake exposes the truth. And of course, they knew that it was in a shock that Principal Jindrake did this and fiddled his budget. And Principal Jindrake sends Max Keeble to janitor's closet. And indeed, that Troy and Dobbs decided to take revenge upon it, as Principal Jindrake signs to demolish the animal shelter, and Max Keeble escapes the janitor closet, and Principal Jindrake heads into the closet to find Max Keeble, but the janitor locked Principal Jindrake in the closet, proving that Max Keeble is going to save the animal shelter. That is his mission. As Dobbs and Troy confront Max, Robe, and Megan and other students at Curtis Junior High, Megan play the tune "We're Not Gonna Take It" as Robe leads the marching band to confront Troy and Dobbs. And wow, this is the part that Max Keeble will be a hero once the mission is over. We're not gonna take it. Oh boy, it's time for a final showdown with Elliot Jindrake, Troy, and Dobbs. As Max, Robe, and Megan and the classmates have decided to dump Troy and Dobbs into the dumpster. And that will teach them a lesson never for Troy and Dobbs to bully the students ever again, as Principal Jindrake escapes from the janitor's closet and decides to demolish the animal shelter. As Max and the classmates dump Troy and Dobbs into the dumpster, they cheered for victory, and they forgive each other, and Jenna invites Max over to the next event, but Max turned it down as he decides to stay with Robe and Megan. And Megan was so happy to have Max back at her side. Meanwhile, Principal Jindrake starts to demolish the animal shelter as Max Keeble has one more little itty bitty thing to do to teach Principal Jindrake a lesson. And as you can see, Max confronts with Principal Jindrake with the animals and attracts by the pheromones thanks to the breath spray. Max tries to put up a fight with Jindrake with his kung fu skills, but Principal Jindrake didn't like it either. So that, with encouragement from Robe and Megan, and a lot of animals from the animal shelter, decided to take down and chase Principal Jindrake away from the animal shelter so that the animal shelter can be saved. I like how Principal Jindrake runs, and Troy and Dobbs were covered in garbage, and they all cheer that the animal shelter has saved at last. And Max Keeble was dubbed a hero. Jindrake is dismissed and facing criminal charges for fiddling the school budget in order to build the stadium after Max tricked him into publicity, admitting to his crimes earlier. Max Keeble's Big Move is a fun movie to enjoy for the family. Oh, wow! I love reviewing this movie once again. So in my final thoughts for Max Keeble's Big Move, it may be fun for kids, but bland and unoriginal for adults. To me, it shows impressive, humorous, and sometimes startling. And it is so much fun for a classic live-action Disney film that was ever to be shown in 2001. And I really lived it up to it. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give this movie, once again, 7.5. You should check this classic film when you get the chance. Thank you all for watching Max Keeble's Big Move Revisited movie review here at Agent Mike's Movie TV Show Reviewer. Don't forget, I'm always here and I'm always around, and I love to respond to you back. If you got any questions, comments, or requests, or you just want to talk to me, send me email here at agentmikemtr@gmail.com and let me know. I'll be happy to get in touch with you. So this is Agent Mike, and I'll be seeing you in the next movie and TV show review, and see you later, movie watchers. Okay, start again, take 4. Oh boy, I love watching Max Keeble's Big Move. It's fun to review this movie once again. So, if you'd like to become a fan on Facebook and leave a question, comment, or request, just visit facebook.com/DragonAgentProductions. And be sure to press thumbs up, like, and you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/DragonAgentProd1. And leave a question, comment, or request. And don't forget to press thumbs up and click subscribe and hit the bell for more new videos to come. And you could also leave a message on my blog at agentmikehub1.tumblr.com. This way I'll be happy to respond to you back. So, this is Agent Mike, and I'm going to be seeing you in the next movie and TV show review. See you later, dudes!